Hello, I am Raul, the technology savvy, and today I am going to talk to you about WP Rocket. WP Rocket is a powerful WordPress plugin that will help you with the loading times on your web page or your blog. Trust me, with just installing WP Rocket, you will get faster loading times on your web page or your blog. If you want to know all the configuration and my personal setup, stay with me because we begin right now. Okay, my friends, I'm here on my computer, ready to talk to you about WP Rocket and to show you my configuration of WP Rocket. Right, so in dashboard is only you will read the welcome of WP Rocket. So let's go to cache. Right, in case you don't know, cache is, for example, you visit a web page about sport. That's your to-go web page to read about the sport. If that page is a WordPress page and is using WP Rocket, what your browser is gonna get is like a screenshot of that web page, a screenshot with all the basic elements. So the next time you return to that web page, that your browser will upload automatically that screenshot of that web page with all the basic elements. So you will feel that that web page is loading fast. Why? Because that web page or that blog is using WP Rocket. Because WP Rocket will give you that cache, right? So that cache is immediately ready when you installing WP Rocket. You don't have to do anything. You will get cache, memory cache, in the exact moment you activate WP Rocket. That's amazing, right? So, but you also can do some configuration here. In case your theme is ready for mobile device, you can check here, enable caching for mobile devices. But if you are using one theme for desktop and another theme for mobile devices, you can also check here, separate cache files for mobile devices. But if you're using just one theme, okay, just one check here in enable caching for mobile devices. Also, if your web page or blog, you request that your readers log in to read your web page or your blog, that is user cache. So to check here. But if your web page or blog is free for everyone, don't check here, right? Okay. And cache live spam 10 hours is the default. Just don't touch here anything. That's great. That's a great configuration. Okay, file optimization. Optimize CSS and JavaScript. Okay, just to do a little explanation here. When developers code, the lines are one here, one here, one here, one line, then another line, then another line. That's good for human beings, because if the developers have to check the code, okay, everything is organized. But computers don't care about how good, how organized a code is. Computers just read code. So what WP Rocket does here is to put all the code in just one line. So the computers, the program, read the code like that. Does minify SSS files and combine SS files. So for the computer, for the browser, read the code immediately. So check here and check here. Don't check here and optimize CSS delivery. Okay, it's tempting, but no, this can crash your web page or your blog. Trust me, I tried, I crashed my blog. So don't check here. I was reading other WP Rocket reviews and no one checked this box. You want to do it? Okay, do it, but please talk to a developer first. Or if you want to try, just like I did, do a backup of your blog. Trust me. Don't check here. You can crash your blog. Also, the same for JavaScript files. You check here, and WP Rocket will optimize the JavaScript code in your blog. I haven't checked this because I am using ThriveLive. If I check here, there is a conflict between JavaScript and ThriveLive, so I haven't checked this. Okay, this part, load JavaScript deferred. Like I told you, WP Rocket will optimize the JavaScript code, and with this check, what WP Rocket is going to do is to render the JavaScript code in the footer. So you, for example, the reader will click in your web page to read a post. So what WP Rocket will send the text, the photos, just immediately, just like that, so the reader can start using or reading your post. And if you have JavaScript code, okay, this WP Rocket will optimize this JavaScript code and render in the future. So when something in your blog needs JavaScript, okay, just when the reader needs that part of the code, the WP Rocket, okay, use it, but the rest will be rendered in the footer. That could be I won't say dangerous, but check here in safe mode for jQuery recommended. So the deferred and the render will be more secure, right? So if you check this, and also check safe mode jQuery because it's recommended. Okay, the last part here is delay JavaScript execution. Okay, I get these scripts that WP Rocket can delay, so you will get faster loading times. You can copy paste this from my blog, from the post I am also writing about WP Rocket. I cannot put these codes in the YouTube in the description down below because YouTube doesn't like. I don't know why. So please check in the description section down below the link to my blog, and you can copy paste this. I am leaving in that post. You will find exactly what I have here. You just copy paste and put in your WP Rocket configuration. Trust me, this will help you with fast loading times. What happened here is the delay JavaScript execution. So if, for example, this code is in your blog, no, right? So WP Rocket will say, okay, this just when the reader needs that special code. If not, okay, we delay the execution. Wonderful, right? That's why WP Rocket is a powerful WordPress plugin. Okay, media. Lazy load. Lazy load is, how can I explain? Okay, let's say that you in your web page or your blog, on your web page on your blog, you have a post with 30 photos, right? So a reader clicks again in your post, in that post with your 30 photos, and the browser will say, okay, the browser of your reader will say, okay, we need information, come, I need information, so the browser render and show that information to your reader. But if that browser receive all your server sends all the 30 photos, and then the browser of your reader receive all the 30 photos, the loading times will be slow. What lazy load is, the lazy load code does that only your server will only send the photos when your reader needs to see that photo. Your server won't send all the 30 photos. That code, the lazy load code, will say, okay, we need that photo, come send that photo. Okay, so your reader continue reading and scroll to the second photo, and WordPress Rocket will say, okay, we need that second photo. Okay, so lazy load is that your server will send photo by photo because the reader needs to see that photo. Right? Amazing, right? That's lazy load. Your reader only will watch the photos when it's time to see that photo, right? The scrolling. If your reader scroll all your posts in once, okay, your server will send all the 30 photos. But if your reader is reading the post slowly, just the way you want, so the photos will load, the server will send the photos just when your reader needs to see that photo. That's lazy load. So you can check enable lazy load for image, enable for iframes and video. That means if you have your YouTube video embed in your post, okay, only you will replace the video, the iframe, the code, with a preview image. There's not necessary that the YouTube server send the video, because you don't know if your reader will click immediately to see the video. Only if your reader click in the video, okay, your blog will call to the YouTube server to, hey, my reader wants to watch the video. That is going to do a lazy load. Lazy load will get you faster loading times, trust me. Emoji, disable emoji, just check. The emojis is one HTTP request that you don't need in that time. Okay, embed, just don't check here, please don't check here, because now the WordPress themes needs embeds, I don't know why. And for your photos, I am using Imagify. Why? Because maybe you are using your Photoshop. Photoshop will give you, if you know how to use Photoshop the right way, you will use that. You will with Photoshop you can have PNG optimized for PNG photos optimized for your blog or web page. But also you can use Canva. With Canva you can download optimized photos for internet. But the last trend is because of Google. Now you can have, okay, web WEBP format optimization. What Imagify, the sister of WP Rocket, sister or brother of WP Rocket, is that PNG photos transform to WEBP format. Google likes WEBP format. I think that because they invented that. So I am using Imagify to give my photos a last optimization before the last optimization. For example, I go here to media library. As you can see here, Imagify optimize my photo. No news. I am saying, for example, in this photo, 68%. Right? That's good. That's good for faster loading times. So my recommendation for your photos, please use this Imagify. Imagify has a free version, so that won't be a problem, and you will see that your photos will be more optimized. In case you are not using Imagify, you check here in enable WEBP caching. So that's all about media. and let's go to Preload. Preload. That's beautiful. The preload cache is when you enable preloading. WP Rocket will when you enable preloading, WP Rocket will generate cache starting with the links of your home page followed by the sitemap you specify. Right, so your reader goes to your reader is in your web page or blog. So the next time he returns to your web page or blog, okay, he or she will have in her or his browser a preload of your web page or your blog. That's the beautiful of the WP Rocket. So I am using Joe's SEO XSM sitemap. So click here. I am just click here, activate preloading, and that's it. That's it. That is this good configuration. I haven't tested this preload link, so I don't know if that's true. I don't know if I have to check here. And the beauty of this part is prefetch DNS request. Right. I know that in your blog or on your web page you are using Google Fonts, like everybody else use Google Fonts. I mean that you have a link to the Google servers to use Google Fonts. So to prefetch that and to get you faster loading times, I have URL to prefetch. That means that when the reader is on your web page or your blog, your reader will get a beautiful experience of faster loading time. So I have all this URL to prefetch. Also, it's in my blog in the post about WP Rocket. Please, in the description section down below, you will find the link to this post, and you also can copy paste this. Okay, preload fonts. My theme, the Schema theme that I am using in my blog, is using font awesome. So I found the link I am using here, and that is helping me. I don't know if your theme, if you can find your theme, the fonts that your theme is using, you can put here, and WP Rocket will give you a preload. So the next time your reader returns to your web page or blog, okay, in his or her browser, there will be the fonts will be preload. So you will give you to your reader a beautiful experience of loading fast loading times. Okay, advanced rules. I haven't touched anything here in advanced rules. Database revisions. Click in revisions. So when your post is online, okay, WP Rocket will clean all the revisions. Also, trashed post check. Auto draft. Please don't check auto draft because you don't know when your laptop or PC or desktop will fail. So auto draft will save you if something happens, but you will have your post until before the fail. You will find your post there. Comments cleanup, yes. Check spam comments, check trash comments. Transients cleanup, just check here. Database cleanup, optimize tables, yes, please check. And schedule automatic cleanup. Okay. My recommendation: if your hosting provider gives you automatic backups, just check here. But if you don't know, please be careful if you check here. You have to see first if your hosting provider is giving you automatic backups of your web page or blog. CDN, yes, if you are using a CDN, I am using Bunny CDN. Just enable content delivery network here with this check, and put the the link of that binding CDN here, and you will see the difference of your loading times. Okay, heartbeat. Yes, heartbeat. If you are using a shared hosting provider, with our check here. What Heartbeat does is the automated save of your web page or your blog, that you are writing your post and you see, okay, it's already saved. Okay, that's the heartbeat of the WP or WordPress. But the heartbeat can consume CPU memory. If you are using a shared hosting for your blog, if you don't control the heartbeat, maybe you will use all your CPU memory, and your hosting provider will call you and say and tell you that you are banned. So that is why it's important to use also WP Rocket to control the heartbeat. Heartbeat is one of the most beautiful features of WordPress, but it's also CPU memory consuming. Okay, add-ons, the last part. Before WP Rocket version number 7, I was using this. I had my Google Analytics code and my Facebook pixel code in my blog, and I was using add-on this. I was using this, the Google Tracking and Google Pixel. But after WP Rocket version 7, I don't know how they did it, but WP Rocket now give Google Tag Manager a lazy load. So with the last version of WP Rocket, I'm using Google Tag Manager to have my Google Analytics code and my Facebook Pixel code in my blog, and I don't have any problems, any loading problems. My blog is loading fast. But if you're using all the Google Analytics code and the Facebook Pixel code manually embedding in your web page or your blog, just use these add-ons. But if you're using Google Tag Manager to insert codes like Google Analytics, Facebook Pixel, and LinkedIn the LinkedIn code, okay, you will have any problems. Right, and that's all my special configuration for WP Rocket. Just to show you, let me go to GTmetrix. Let me go to GTmetrix and show you my loading time. To be honest, I don't know. Okay, I forgot. You're using here WP Rocket will be here. Settings, you can see settings. You can clear cache, but after every optimization that you will do in your WordPress blog or WordPress web page, the cache is automatically clear. So clear cache, because I did a check here, check there. So Dallas, and analyze, and let's see the loading times of the technologysavvy.com in this exact moment. I am not editing anything here in this moment. I'm not editing, I am waiting. So let's see. Right, 2.3 seconds, page score 99%, and YSlow score 98%. Beautiful. Request under 40. Total page size under 1 megabyte. Okay, then 2.3 seconds. Beautiful. I have to do a little optimization to get the load time under 1 second. But as you can see, almost 100%. This is the drive leads. Okay, 92 here. I have to do a little more optimization. Expire hairs. Okay, I have something to, because I have something to do because these Google Fonts. Okay, maybe I buy a plugin to help me with these Google Fonts. I know what to do, but okay, I have to buy the plugin I am thinking of. Okay, that's all about my WP Rocket optimization that I'm using right now in the technologysavvy.com. That's all from my friends about WP Rocket, but please stay with me just 1 minute. Okay, my friend, that's all about WP Rocket. Amazing, right? So, before you go, please don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell so you will know when I upload the next video. And also, this video has affiliate links. So if you, for example, buy WP Rocket through my affiliate links, I will get a little commission that will help me with this YouTube channel and with my blog technologysavvy.com. Also, in the description section down below, you will find a link to my blog about WP Rocket, and in my blog you will find a little more details, and also you can copy paste the code, the code, so you can use in your WP Rocket. So I am Raul, Technology Savvy, and I will see you very soon.